Hey everybody, clearing, clearing. Okay, so today on the pre-shuffle, I'm hearing what's coming up next for the Divine Feminines. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming up. What is it we can see for the Twin Flame Divine Feminines? Okay, it did fall into the near future, and we get dropping the guard. Resistance. Look at this. That person is doing the side-eye glance at the other person. There's a little bit of the wounded healer archetype there. So let's see how the energy is going to be felt in the twin dynamic specifically. So how is this dropping the guard going to be felt in the twin dynamic? Ooh, Four of Swords. Integration, it's in the neutral position. So this is sort of a sitting with it, not so apt to have a knee-jerk reaction, a little bit more patience in action, I just heard. And Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is Divine Feminine. You're finding another level of self-nurture. But the first thing I saw when I pulled this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse was you're seeing how you've been karmic in the past. Divine Feminines, two things. This is where you can feel it to heal it, but also to see how far you've come. You're no longer in that karmic energy. We all come up through that rite of passage, and Divine Feminines, you're going to be seeing how you can actually safely drop the guard because you've done so much of the work. Every layer of that onion coming up. So let's see what we can for advice for the Divine Feminines who are about to see it's safe to drop the guard a little bit, to take down the heart wall. I'm really getting that it's because you've come into more wholeness within that there isn't really anything to have a guard up about. Not so much that your divine counterpart or other people aren't doing anything that's contrary to your wishes anymore. It's just that you are good on your own. Another level of that is being shown to you. What can we see for advice for the feminines? Hydrogen atom, consciousness, beginning, faith. Starts with you, I just heard. So this is the faith, the original baseline that you get to set for your life. When you are free from guilt and shame, when you don't have any kind of a conscience holding you back from enjoying the moment, when you're in balance, there really isn't anything left to do except enjoy. That's the baseline. So Divine Feminines, you've been working really hard to get it to your essential place. What can we see for the Divine Masculines coming up? What is next for the Divine Masculines? Ooh, sunshine. That's Divine Masculine energy. Wow, so many just came out, which tends to happen. So the abandonment wounds, the rock bottom, the existential crisis, the original separation wound, divinely decreed that that must be healed, that it is being healed, that it's time to heal it. The sun came out with enlightenment about this process. We also get Divine Feminine and the world into the near future with King of Swords, meaning this is the truth. Your divine counterpart, Divine Masculines, you are seeing that your divine counterpart can take on the world with you, is your world in a healthy way, is all that you would ever need in a partner, has come into their wholeness. So Divine Feminines dropping the guard, you are going to be seen for that energy by your counterpart fully. They will know that there is no more need to safeguard, to have a backup plan, to keep their options open, I just heard, because you are all they would need. So Divine Masculines are really understanding coming up in the future that when they heal themselves, their divine counterpart is their obvious choice, the only choice. What can we see for, oh my goodness, cat hair, for how this is going to directly influence the twin connection? Ooh, Warrior of Wands, yeah. Exactly, Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, but this hot and cold ghosting energy is balancing out. Knight of Wands in the upright is the temptation card for me. In the reverse, it's streamlining towards King of Wands. Passionate, soul-driven, monogamous, not needing other options, having peace. This is beautiful. Masculines are coming around to reciprocity in these connections. Okay, what can we see for advice for the masculines that are coming into the enlightenment of the twin connections? Gate of returning, entrance, death, rebirth, and passage. So this is bringing the masculines back in because they now know that this is the truth on every level. We have the spiritual connection, the cosmic understanding, and the earthly perspective. A trinity of yes, yes, yes in favor of these connections. That is very beautiful. Okay, so let's see what we can for divine masculines today. How are the DMs thinking of these connections? Thinking of their divine counterpart? Feeling about these connections on the heart space, feeling for their divine counterpart. What are they wishing in their lives? What are they wishing for these connections? What are the actions divine masculines are taking in their own lives at this time and towards these connections? What is the biggest challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are the connections going in the near future? Okay, conscious mind about the connection today, whenever you find this. Oh, wow. So with a little practice, they believe anything is possible. This is limitless, boundless, when pigs fly. But they know that this is a matter of opinion, and if they know the love is there, it just might work. They're feeling more confident because they see that. Yeah, they know it's a matter of their free will. They've never been more sure that it's up to them whether they choose this connection or not. That the opinions of others got nothing on this connection. So, yeah, they're looking at all the things that might seem impossible, and they are thinking of it in terms of training for a marathon, training for the perseverance, the long haul. They see that they have been in training to say yes. There is nothing they can't accomplish. They're seeing the great examples in history of people doing unimaginable things because they have devoted their practice to it and have become virtuosos. They are the virtuosos of love. They are realizing this. They are realizing they are unique, that they are special. They are celebrating how rare this connection is, and it's dawning on them how much they have been in training by this journey for this love. It's making sense now. This standing the test of time, they're starting to see that it's becoming muscle memory, spiritual muscle memory. And it's all a matter of how they look at it. What are they thinking for you, Divine Feminine? Boundary and King of Swords in the reverse. So we just got the King of Swords in the upright for the near future, that they're going to see this connection very clearly. Right now they're thinking some very ironic thoughts. This is almost giving me the impression that they're saying, I'm never... Okay, so I'm never going to figure this out. We're never going to be together. Back to the pigs fly. They do have this hunch that anything is possible if the right practice is put into play. And they also know that this journey has been cultivating that. However, on the conscious mind about you, directly, they're like, I just don't see how it will work. I can never imagine that. However, when we say never, our subconscious doesn't register that. And it's almost like we dare the universe to prove us to prove us wrong. Whenever you say never, be careful about that, because inevitably you might. You probably will. So, boundaries. They're drawing a line in the sand that they're saying they're never going to cross. Or that they never thought they would cross, but self-love is actually saying do it. That's the message. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody, because this self-love card came in to clarify that what they once said they would never do, they're at that line in the sand. They're about to step over it in the name of self-love, love of you, divine feminine. Divine masculines are at that place where they thought it wasn't possible, that it could never happen, and now they see it's worth it. It could happen. It is going to happen. I just heard. It's like the dare is on. Game on, I just heard. Oh goodness, that's playful. So divine masculines are in a bit of a feisty mood today. I just heard, did you expect anything less? So yeah, divine masculines are a bit on it, or are about to be. There are some surprise energies brewing for a certain group of divine counterparts. This isn't going to be for all. I'm seeing 23 to 30%. I never give those, but there is a group of divine masculines that's about to pounce like a mountain lion, I just heard, towards their feminine. That's very interesting. Okay, what can we see for what are they feeling on the heart space for you, divine feminine? Reciprocity again, and opening this door. So there's something of a mind opening that's happening deep within the divine masculines, that their heart space is informing them that there's a free flow between the two. And their mind, remember, this is not on the conscious mind, this is in the heart space, the feeling. They've dropped in, and this is causing their mind to open to the possibility here, to the availability of this love, to the knowing that it could work, that there is a limitless way of looking at these connections. So this mind opening feeling they're having for the connection being possible, and the reason why is because they're starting to see their purpose. They're starting to see the meaning of life. They're starting to feel soul inspired. They're starting to streamline in a new way. There's some kind of an inspired energy coming in that's allowing them to feel like they have enough to offer, that they do have they've reached a certain degree of potential that qualifies them to have something to give on a deeper level, that does these connections justice, that is worthy. They're starting to feel this playful camaraderie. They're starting to see the synergy become accessible. It's this nonverbal knowing, though. It's informing their thoughts. It's food for thought. What can we see for how they're feeling for the divine feminines? They are feeling to explore this new autonomous zone. They see the progress in these connections. They feel it. They feel this balance that's been reached, where we can really work with that kind of energy, where we can actually have our own opinions, our own lives, our own accountability, our own coming and going, our own passion, and it can work together. So they want to explore this new level of attainment that they feel on the heart space the two have reached. They do see you that way, that you've come into a certain degree of balance. I just heard you're untriggerable. Divine feminines are untriggerable. I'm writing that down. So what can we see for divine masculines' wishes in their own right for their own lives? They want to be free to express this wisdom, to live in this state of bliss, state of wisdom. This is where they are realizing they can trust themselves if they allow themselves to maneuver freely and trust their heart to have the wisdom to keep them on the straight and narrow. I just heard they don't need to be wishy-washy, flimsy, weak energy. They can show up and not be in this hot and cold, ghosting, volatile player stuff. They can deepen, they can trust themselves. They now have these tools. They are winning their freedom and having this wisdom back it. So it's calculated freedom. It is validated freedom. It's warranted freedom. And this is the key. Because it's not on anyone else's terms, divine masculines are wishing to explore this a little more in your connection and in their own lives. What can we see for the divine masculines' wishes for these connections? A birth and death, rebirth cycle, reunion, reconciliation. It's brewing. They know there's a way through. They know there is a proper way through. And it is in the name of unconditional love. So if they have to come back in after a period of silence, if there's an elephant in the room that they might want to address, or they think there might be, they're still weighing the angles of approach and looking for the non-contest, the route that is so true and love-filled that it is not able to be denied. There was a period of time where divine masculines were going through feeling the fear of potential rejection. This is different. They now know that there is an approach that is available to them that you cannot. It's no contest. You will not be able to deny the love. Divine feminine. They feel that they've got an ace in the hole, a cat in the bag. They are figuring out how to do this. This is a very big game, a cosmic game, but it's not a player game. This is the cosmic game of life. This is one of those master aha moments, realizations that they can offer this amount of regarding the connection, that no matter what has happened, you will know that their love is real. So, what are their actions at this time, though? Because this is like they are contemplating these things for the future. What are their actions at this time? They're illuminating the possibilities for this leap of faith towards this connection. There are no deal breakers left, I just heard. Right, all roads lead home. Two of Wands, they're stepping out of their comfort zone. They're seeing how things are possible. More and more dreaming about and solving this conundrum. I did just hear the problem like Maria. But yes, they know that no matter how far apart you have seemed, if there's a distance, it's being bridged. There's something being revealed to them that's causing them to see that it's happening. It's becoming possible. Something they never imagined would actually come to light. They're seeing it happening before their very eyes. What are the divine masculine's actions towards the connection directly? They're allowing themselves to fantasize, daydream, entertain outlandish ideas. It's like their subconscious is now allowed to have a voice, about what could be possible as far as being able to reciprocate. This is what the third time this card has come out. So they're seeing, divine masculines are seeing something that they never thought would allow for proper reciprocation. I'm gonna write that down. It's no longer the case. What is the biggest challenge for the divine masculines? Yeah, seeing through this overwhelm or all the options for the one cup of unconditional love through the mix. They're seeking that. That's the biggest challenge, finding that. It's a repeating message. They are curious, they're waiting, they're watching, they're observing, they're looking, they're scanning their own energy, they're feeling into. That's the biggest challenge, is hunting for that in. What is the solution? Divine masculines, it's so simple. It's so simple. Follow your bliss. Love yourself enough to honor following your bliss. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. That's the master. That's the puzzle master. Spoiler alert. Joy, bliss, trusting yourself enough to go for the things that would make you that happy, and knowing what they are legitimately, not adrenaline junkie happy, real deal happy, and letting it sink in that it's always been that simple. It's always been that simple. What is the direction of the connections? Support and coming out of the abandonment triggers, the left for dead, rock bottom, wallowing energy, and understanding it's time to connect, it's time to let people in, it's time to unify. This is divine decree. Again, this is the key. That we're allowed to let love feel good, that it's following our joy. We're not meant to resist our joy. I'm hearing we've had to relearn what joy is and all of the ways of learning how to discover it. True. But this reading is saying that we're nearing it authentically, and that the divine masculines are absolutely on the way. I just heard. Oh, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.